Archangel Michael says a storm of truth is rolling quietly toward your ears. What's about to reach you tomorrow will not just be ordinary news, it will shake your emotions, pierce your memory, and trigger flashes of betrayal. Be still for a moment and open your spirit, because this is not something to dismiss. The world around you has grown suspiciously quiet, but within this silence hides the most chilling secret. Someone very close to you has been playing a double role, masking their true intentions behind smiles, laughter, and concern. Their hands have done something that even they now fear being exposed. There's an incident that happened very recently, but the full details haven't reached you yet. Tomorrow, a voice will bring it to you, and the words you hear will feel like they're tearing through something sacred. This moment was foretold in the quiet warnings of your heart, the strange sensations you've felt lately. Archangel Michael says the person involved is someone you've trusted more than others. They're not who they pretend to be when you're around. Their closeness gave them power, and they've used it not to protect, but to provoke chaos behind your back. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They've moved like a shadow in your life, always smiling, always present. But beneath that surface is an intention that will finally reveal itself in the message that arrives tomorrow. A call, a whisper, or a knock will become the vessel that brings the truth crashing into your world. You've sensed something. You've had dreams that don't make sense. You felt uneasy around this person, even though you couldn't find a reason. The time to ignore those feelings is over. The mask is slipping, and the one hiding behind it is someone you once called family, friend, or love. They have done something that involves not only your trust, but your safety, your image, and even your destiny. The news won't say their name at first. But when the description comes, when the details are painted out in full, your heart will make the connection. That jolt of knowing will arrive before the words even finish. Type Amen to get blessing 511. There were signs. Messages delayed. Plans cancelled. Emotions manipulated. It was all crafted with purpose, to lead you away from your truth. This individual never meant for you to find out, not now. But heaven intervened. Divine justice always activates right when human deception reaches its boiling point. Tomorrow is that point. Archangel Michael says your reaction will be powerful. You'll remember conversations, odd looks, moments where you paused and didn't understand why. Now it will all click like a puzzle finally being completed. You were never blind, you were just too loyal to imagine someone so close could plan such harm. They took your kindness as silence, your generosity as blindness. But they've miscalculated what your spirit is capable of handling. Type Amen to get blessing 844. This message comes not to frighten you, but to prepare you. To position you in wisdom before the shock hits your world. Because this won't just be a moment of emotional revelation, it will also mark a shift in your future relationships. You will rise stronger. You will not collapse. Because what's being uncovered was meant to delay your next season, and now that plot is being reversed. Watch how they panic once they know you're aware. Their energy will shift, their words will fumble, and they will try to spin the story. But truth has already chosen its side, and it chose you. You were divinely protected from deeper damage. Though their betrayal hurts, the timing of exposure is a gift. Had this stayed hidden longer, it would have cost you more than just trust. Type Amen to get blessing 929. Your angels have been circling around this matter for weeks. Each moment you felt drained, anxious, or confused, it was their spirit brushing against yours, urging you to notice. Now their whispers become a trumpet. You were never weak, you were watching, observing, and enduring. That strength made heaven move on your behalf. Now the results will appear before your eyes. This person will try to speak to you tomorrow, maybe not directly, but through reactions. Their voice will shake, their behavior will shift. They will sense you know something, and they'll begin to unravel. You don't need to confront. You don't need to shout. Divine exposure is already doing that work for you. Archangel Michael says the moment the news reaches you, sit still. Don't react too quickly. Let the truth settle in your bones. Let your mind replay the scenes they thought you'd never understand. Type Amen to get blessing 605. Because from the ashes of this shock, a new foundation is being laid. A purified circle, a filtered environment, a safer heart. The betrayal may sting, but the release will refresh your entire life. Someone tried to manipulate your timeline. They wanted to keep you spinning in confusion, guilt, and emotional dependency. But now, the web is snapping. And as it snaps, so too will your connection to every lie you once believed. You are not the version of yourself they depended on you to be. You are evolving, and evolution burns bridges made of illusion. What they thought they hid so cleverly was being documented spiritually all along. Your silence was never weakness. It was preparation. Type Amen to get blessing 707. Every time you doubted your own instincts, remember this day. You were always right. You just needed the universe to catch up with what your heart already whispered. Tomorrow isn't random. It was chosen for a reason. The energy of the day will vibrate with divine justice. You may feel shaky. You may even cry. But you won't break. Because the news will shock you, but it will also confirm your power. Your knowing. Your divine connection. Archangel Michael says the closer someone is to your heart, the more damage their deception could do. That is why your angels intervened when they did. Type Amen to get blessing 404. They've seen this person's true intentions. They've watched the false hugs, the rehearsed smiles, the way this person always positioned themselves in your life. Now, that act is over. The shocking part is not just what they did, it's how long they were able to pretend. How they continued while you celebrated them, defended them, and made room for them. But God does not allow true souls to be fooled forever. You are chosen, and chosen ones don't stay in the dark. The moment you hear what happened, take a breath. Don't rush to respond. Let the truth give you power, not panic. Type Amen to get blessing 818. You are about to receive confirmation for every unanswered feeling. Every confusing dream. Every unexplainable moment of silence. You've outgrown their games, their control, and their fear tactics. They'll realize this too late. Their mask slipping will not be their choice. It will be divine intervention forcing truth into the open. That is the energy tomorrow brings. Once revealed, this person will shrink. They will avoid your gaze, avoid your name, avoid your power. Because now, they see that the light within you cannot be lied to. You are stepping into a new era. And that era will be guarded, stronger, safer, and full of truth. Archangel Michael says prepare yourself spiritually tonight. Clear your space. Speak no fear. Expect truth to arrive, and know it is being sent to heal, not harm. Type Amen to get blessing 999. You were never meant to walk into this blind. The divine already saw how much you trusted the wrong one and decided it was time to intervene. That's why this message reached you now, so you won't be caught off guard tomorrow. The exposure is not random, it's prophetic. The truth had to reach you before more damage was done, before your destiny got tied deeper into false loyalty. The betrayal is painful, but the freedom it brings is powerful. This person never thought their secret would reach you. They counted on your trust to shield their actions. But they didn't count on the heavens watching every move. Type Amen to get blessing 447. They sat near you. They laughed with you. They even celebrated your victories while secretly poisoning your path. But divine justice is patient, it waits for the perfect moment to strike. Tomorrow will be a moment of clarity. You'll remember every red flag you ignored. And with that memory comes closure. Don't try to seek revenge. Your rise is the only proof you need. Their downfall is already in motion, it's spiritual, irreversible, and deserved. When the moment hits, don't let your emotions steal your strength. This is a breaking of spiritual chains. A cleansing of what was hiding in your sacred space. Archangel Michael says you were not chosen to be broken. You were chosen to be awakened. This pain is proof that your story is about to shift. Type Amen to get blessing 236. Your inner circle is being reset. That person will no longer have power over your mood, your peace, or your progress. Watch how things clear up once they are gone. They used your kindness to access you. They used your faith to hide. But now the veil is being ripped, and their name will no longer carry safety in your presence. There are people watching them now. Authorities. Spirits. Even their own guilt has started to betray them. What they thought they could cover is being shouted in spirit. You were never meant to carry their secrets. You are a vessel of truth. That's why even without seeing proof, you felt the shift. Type Amen to get blessing 701. Your name will be untouched. The incident will not tarnish your future. If anything, the truth will pull people closer to you with more respect and admiration. This is their loss, not yours. You lose nothing when snakes leave your circle. You gain room to breathe, to focus, to rise. When you hear the news tomorrow, you may want to isolate. That's okay. Silence is sacred in moments of revelation. Use it to process, to pray, and to release. But don't fall into guilt. You did nothing wrong. Trusting someone is not a mistake, they made the mistake by breaking it. Archangel Michael says your light irritated their darkness. Your blessings activated their envy. They wanted to delay your chapter, but now they are the ones being paused. Type Amen to get blessing 808. What they planned in secret will now echo in public. Their shame will outlast their silence. What they buried will now speak. You are not alone in this exposure. Forces of light, justice, and healing are standing beside you. Even those who once doubted you will now believe. This is more than personal, it's spiritual. The divine is purging your path, clearing out those who carried hidden intentions while pretending to care. They will regret underestimating the protection around you. Every tear you cried is now a receipt in the court of heaven. Your release is their reminder. You are entering a new dimension of discernment. No longer blind to energy. No longer fooled by performance. No longer bound by fake love. Type Amen to get blessing 319. When tomorrow comes, walk like you already knew. Because your spirit did. It's been trying to tell you for months, maybe even years. Now, the news will match the intuition. The mask will match the dream. The pain will make sense, and so will the peace that follows it. You will not need to ask for explanations. The exposure will explain it all. All you need to do is receive it as protection. Every closed door now makes sense. Every delayed blessing was waiting for this. Now that they are out of the way, you'll notice how quickly things begin to move. Archangel Michael says you've been patient long enough. Now comes divine reward, divine confirmation, and divine removal. Type Amen to get blessing 900. Let the message tomorrow confirm this message today. Let the news strike with clarity, not confusion. Let the truth uproot the lie once and for all. You are being guarded tonight with divine fire. Nothing formed against you will prosper beyond the point of revelation. This is your line in the sand. The energy tomorrow may be heavy. But remember, heaviness often comes before the lifting. And this lifting will be strong, fast, and irreversible. Their time in your life has expired. Their season is over. And your new beginning has just been activated. Their words will tremble. Their excuses will sound empty. And you, yes, you, will finally realize how long they were hoping you'd stay in the dark. You don't need to scream. You don't need to argue. Silence will become your greatest power, because the truth will do all the talking. This person has been secretly weaving threads of doubt into your life. They've whispered lies to others. They've tried to shift your image when you weren't present. But tomorrow, the lies collapse under their own weight. Their house of deceit is crumbling. And you will rise from the wreckage untouched, unbothered, and unbreakable. Type Amen to get blessing 122. You are now stepping into full alignment with truth. No more illusion. No more manipulation. No more pretending. This will sting, yes. But after the sting comes strength. You will walk lighter when this person's hidden intentions are no longer attached to your soul. The more they tried to hide, the louder their actions became in the spirit. That's why you felt off lately. That's why sleep wouldn't come easy. Heaven was shaking you gently, saying, "Look closer. Prepare your heart." And now, what was hidden becomes visible. Archangel Michael says do not beg anyone to stay after this. Let who needs to go, go. Release them with no guilt. Type Amen to get blessing 511. They were part of your story, but not part of your future. And this divine moment of truth will make that clear. You are not cursed, you were just surrounded by the wrong spirit. You are not broken, you were just attached to someone who couldn't honor your light. And now, the release will begin. First through shock, then through clarity, then through deep, undeniable peace. Yes, peace is coming. Even if your heart trembles for a while, it won't last. Because deep inside, something in you will finally exhale. It will feel like being unchained. This news that comes tomorrow is more than information. It is evidence that your angels were listening the entire time. Every whisper, every tear, every "why does this feel wrong?" was heard. Type Amen to get blessing 707. You won't need to chase an apology. Their exposure will be the only answer you need. And what they lose in your presence, they'll never replace. Watch how people shift around you once the news spreads. Some will come with fake concern, don't let them in. Others will say, I knew it, but they never warned you. Keep your focus forward. This isn't about revenge. This is about release. You've got too much coming ahead to look back too long. There's a door that opens when betrayal walks out. And that door will show you who's really sent to stay, who honors your presence, who moves in alignment with truth. Archangel Michael says the fire they lit to burn you will light your next path instead. Walk boldly. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They used your secrets to feed their story. But tomorrow, the story flips. They will no longer speak for you, because the truth will shout louder. Even if you feel stunned, you are safe. You are guarded. You are covered. Your name will be restored and your spirit lifted. They thought they buried you in confusion. But they didn't know you were a seed. And this exposure is your bloom. You are no longer in the hands of deception. You are in the hands of truth. And truth, even when painful, always leads to freedom. Let the divine deal with them. Don't carry what isn't yours. Don't waste words on the ones who already made their choice. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You are now entering a timeline where clarity rules. No more hidden hands. No more backdoor betrayals. No more second chances for snakes. Let your aura expand. Let your discernment sharpen. Let your circle grow smaller but purer. And when tomorrow comes, whisper to yourself, I was warned. I was chosen. I am ready. They underestimated how fast the spiritual tide would turn in your favor. What they thought was hidden is now being pushed into the light by forces they cannot control. What they whispered in secret will now echo loudly in front of the very people they tried to deceive. You are not just protected. You are being avenged silently, wisely, divinely. There are realms above your sight that have already passed judgment, and the verdict is justice. They laughed when you trusted. They smirked when you loved with your whole heart. But their pride became the rope around their own plans, and now it tightens with every passing hour. You will no longer absorb their energy. Tomorrow, that cycle is officially broken. Their influence over your space, your energy, and your thoughts will lose its grip. Type Amen to get blessing 144. This person was never just an enemy, they were a distraction planted to keep your spirit busy with confusion. They knew your potential. They feared your elevation. So they tied themselves to you through pity, flattery, and manipulation. But every false connection has a breaking point, and that moment has arrived. No matter how deep the lie ran, the truth is now deeper. No matter how long they played the part, the real story is being written without them. What you will hear tomorrow will break any remaining illusion. The name mentioned will sting, but so will the relief. You will finally understand why things didn't move, why energy felt heavy, why sleep was restless. The exposure will be undeniable. Your spirit will know it before the words are even complete. Archangel Michael says your peace is about to return stronger than ever, because the disturbance is being removed, permanently. Type Amen to get blessing 666. Don't expect this person to apologize. Their shame won't let them. Their ego won't let them. And honestly, you don't need their words. The divine apology will come in the form of restoration. Everything you lost while they were in your space is now being returned tenfold: joy, trust, creativity, favor. They may try to play the victim after the news drops. They'll twist narratives, beg for sympathy, and pretend to be misunderstood. Don't fall into it. They had a chance to stop. They had a chance to change. They chose to continue, even when they saw your loyalty, your pain, and your prayers. Now, the consequences begin. Type Amen to get blessing 858. You are not who you were when this began. You are stronger, wiser, sharper. You now know that closeness does not equal safety. That not all smiles mean sincerity. That not all helping hands are holy. You were meant to feel this pain so that you'd never again let such a spirit near your heart. The betrayal taught you what books never could: how to spot the snake beneath the charm. Your spirit is now encoded with divine memory. Even if someone tries to approach you the same way in the future, your soul will recognize the pattern instantly. You won't need proof, you'll feel it. Tomorrow marks not just the end of a chapter, but the beginning of your next level. A lighter, wiser, more protected you will rise. Archangel Michael says they wanted to delay you, but their exposure will now accelerate your destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 202. You were never late. You were never weak. You were simply being tested in silence. And now that silence is about to be shattered with truth. You will remember the moment this person entered your life. You will see clearly the points where your intuition was waving, but your heart overrode it. No more. This is your final test in this area. After this, you will attract only aligned energy. No more counterfeit love. No more emotional parasites. The person who caused this will feel the ripple effect of their actions. Not from you, but from every connection they used your name in. Doors will shut. Trust will vanish. Karma will meet them in private. Type Amen to get blessing 414. You don't need to watch their fall. You don't need to say a word. Keep your silence, and let their shame do the speaking. They played with your spirit thinking it would never speak back. But tomorrow, your truth answers louder than they ever expected. They tried to write your story in ink that wasn't theirs to hold. But now, you've taken the pen back. You are the author. You are the voice. Let them watch your rise. Let them feel the weight of losing you. Let them sit in the seat of regret. You, chosen one, are entering a divine elevation that no snake can follow.